Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
When your farm equipment or tractor needs tires or wheels, we can come to you. That's right. The professionals at Ron Keller Tire will come right to your work site or field to take care of your tire needs. We love to sell tires so much that we can help with almost every kind of tire. Automobiles, semi-trucks, off-road vehicles, ATV, lawnmowers, tillers, trailers, and pivots. Just give us a call, and we'll take care of the rest. Plus, make sure your family's vehicles are ready for summer fun with a tune-up, brake check, and tire check. Visit Ron Keller Tire in Preston and Logan today.
KACH.
Well, welcoming you in. Second game of the doubleheader just underway. Top of the first inning. Haven't missed much as Magnum Hofstetler lead off the game with a single. Hit and run play to Sam Hogarth on the first pitch. He singled to center. Runners at the corners as that puts Carson Walters at the plate as he lines one foul. And you're caught up, and it's no balls and 2 strikes on Walters here in the top of the first inning. As it's Isaiah Smith on the mound for Preston here in the second game of the doubleheader. As that ball's driven to right center field, that's going to split the gap and go all the way to the fence on a couple of hops. That's going to plate too as Hofstetler comes in, Hogarth comes in, Walters is going to go all the way to third on a 2-run triple, and it's 2-0 Twin Falls here in the top of the first inning of Game 2 of the doubleheader, as the first 3 men in the inning all reach safely. So 3 straight hits off Isaiah Smith. And now here is Caden Stutzman, who was the catcher in the first game of the doubleheader. He's going to pitch here in the nightcap as he comes up. As the first pitch to him is over for a strike, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Give you the rest of the lineup here for the Bruins here as we go along here in the first innings. Next pitch misses outside. Stutzman at the plate. He's hitting in the 4 spot. Halen Walker's in right field. After being the winning pitcher in the first game, he's in right field, and he'll hit in the 5 spot. Jace Merkel is in left. He'll hit 6th. Corby Schlegel is the catcher. He'll hit 7th. Luke Moon, the third baseman, hits 8th. And then Ty Walker bats 9th as the pitch misses outside here to Stutzman. And it's 3 balls and a strike. Smith out of the stretch comes home. And the breaking pitch is on the corner. So I believe the count is 3-2 here on Stutzman. He hits a little fly ball to left. Coming up in a hurry is the left fielder. Can't not get there. That's going to be in for a hit. And they throw and they get the runner at second base. So an RBI single by Stutzman. And then he's out trying to advance. 7-5-4 on the out at second base. And it's 3-0 here in the top of the first inning, and that's the first out. So there's 1 out, and that brings up Halon Walker. Walker tossed a good game, went 6 innings in the first game to pick up the win. Rolls the pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Shows bunt. It'll cost him as he pulls the bat back, as it's on the outside corner for a strike. As the next pitch is on the corner again for a called third strike as Walker goes down on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Smith, and that's the second out here in the first inning. Let's set the Indians for you defensively here in the nightcap. As we go along here, Isaiah Smith picks up the strikeout. And Jace Merkel at the plate, the left fielder. Smith's next pitch, breaking ball, that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Jackson Facer is at first base. Cragen Johnson plays second base here in the nightcap for the Indians as the pitch goes to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike. Justin Inglet is the shortstop, and the third baseman is Tate Green. Next pitch from Smith popped up right in the middle of the first base line. Facer coming down, and this time able to make the play. Missed a ball like that in the first game, but he's able to make the play this time, and the inning comes to an end. But not before Twin Falls gets 3 runs on 4 hits in the top of the first inning. No men's left. No errors in the inning charged against the Indians either, as we're done with a half inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first with Twin Falls on top by a score of 3-0 on mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
KACH.
Bottom of the first inning after the Bruins get 3 in the top of the first here in the second game of the doubleheader. Dan Hubbard with you. Glad to have you along with us here today as Twin Falls wins the opener of the doubleheader. As Tate Green will lead off here as we go here to the bottom of the first inning. The first pitch to Green, missed outside, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Tate 2 for 2 in the first game. Singled twice, also walked, and takes that pitch inside, ball 1. Check that, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 the count on Tate Green. That pitch on the inside corner, and it's now 2-1. Caden Stutzman on the mound, making his 3rd appearance of the year, no record. He's not allowed any runs so far this year. In fact, he's only worked in 3 innings as the pitch hit foul back into the screen, as it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. In his 3 innings that he's worked, he's given up 2 hits, a couple of walks, and he's struck out 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count here on Green, and the 2-2 offering. Fastball misses high, runs the count full against the leadoff man here in the bottom of the first inning for the Preston Indians. Stutzman working out of the stretch even though there's nobody on, and the pitch is hit foul down the left field line, and it's 0-1. So Green will lead off. Dylan Haslam is doing the catching. He'll hit next, waiting on deck. Then Isaiah Smith, the pitcher, will hit third here in the inning as well. Again, the pitch is hit foul out along the left field side. That'll drop untouched. The rest of the lineup for Preston here in the second game of the doubleheader. Jackson Fazer hits in the 4 spot. He's over at first base. Craig Johnson plays second base, and he'll hit 5th here in the nightcap. As the next pitch is outside, ball 4. So Green draws a walk. To lead off here in the bottom of the first inning. And now here is Dylan Haslam at the plate for the Indians. First pitch to Dylan is on the inside corner for a strike. They throw back behind Green at first base, not in time. Haslam, who had a pair of hits, scored a couple of times, was also hit by a pitch. He was 2 for 3 in the first game. Stutzman ready. The next pitch is up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Haslam, with his 8th 2-hit game of the year in the first game of the doubleheader here today. Popped up in the infield. Shortstop Hofstetler says he'll take it and does. And back to first base goes Green. So there's 1 out. And now here comes Isaiah Smith. Smith hitless in the first game, 0 for 3 with a walk. So he'll come up here. As over at first base is Green, having drawn a walk. Modest lead over there, not going anywhere. The first pitch to Smith misses outside, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Jackson Fazer waits on deck. Next pitch to Smith, swung on and missed. Again, they throw back behind the runner, and again, it's not in time. So Smith climbs back in the box. Next pitch home to Isaiah. That's again high. As Stutzman right now just really doesn't have the release point on the breaking pitch. He's not getting up on top of it, and because of that, the ball is just kind of staying up high. As Smith, tired of waiting, asks for and gets timeout. Now climbs back in. Stutzman again sets at the letters, looks behind him over at first, and he's going to go over to first base to try to keep Green close. So senior day turned out to be a pretty nice Saturday afternoon here as Smith hits a ball in the air deep to left field. Back on the ball goes Merkel, and it's going to be off the fence. Around third comes Green. He's going to come in to score on an RBI double by Smith, and it's 3-1 as Isaiah got a pitch that he liked and turned on it and had an RBI double. So Green scores all the way from first base and gets Preston on the board here early. They turn in that leadoff walk as he comes all the way around to score. Smith has his first hit of the day, and now here's Jackson Fazer, who had a couple of hits in the first game. And Fazer takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Stutzman ready, checks back at second base and comes home. The next pitch to Fazer's over for a strike. So Fazer waiting at the plate after going 2 for 3 in the first game today. As they're going to go back to second base, and back to the bag is Isaiah Smith. Next pitch on to Jackson. Kind of jammed him, thumbs it, hits it over the top of the third base dugout. And now the catcher, Schlegel, is going to take a new ball out to his pitcher, Stutzman, as he goes out to talk to him. So the meeting at the mound as we play here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-1 Twin Falls on top as they scored 3 times in the first inning here today. Stutzman ready, comes home, look out. Hit foul off the fence just outside the third base dugout. And Fazer still standing at home plate. Smith with a walking lead away from second. They kind of sneak in behind him and now come home again to Fazer. Popped up. Coming back to have a look is Schlegel, and back to the screen, not able to make the play. So Fazer stays alive. And Stutzman with the new ball goes back to the mound. Stutzman looking into Schlegel, has the sign that he wants, sets, and now comes home again to Fazer. Big breaking ball, stays high. So Fazer still at the plate. Now Stutzman ready again, and again comes home to Fazer. Ground ball to the right side. Walker plugs the hole, goes to first in time for the out. Moving over to third is Smith, and he's there now with 2 outs. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Craig and Johnson, who did not play in the first game here today. So up there for the first time. And with a runner at third and 2 outs here in the first inning. For Johnson, takes the first pitch over for a strike. He's hitting .417 on the year. No home runs. Total of 4 RBIs. His little looper in the right center field. It's going to fall and pick up the run. As Smith comes in, Johnson with a little flare hit to score the run. Isaiah Smith comes in, makes it 3-2 here in the first inning. And for Craig and Johnson, picks up RBI number 5 on the year and brings up Alex Hansen, the center fielder. First pitch to Alex, misses down and away, ball 1. Hansen, who was 1 for 4 in the first game, had a double to his credit. They come home to Alex, hit foul back into the screen. Again, the ground ball knocked down by Moon at third. He has 1 play, that to first, and it's in time, and the inning is over. Nice play by Luke Moon to hang with that ground ball after it ate him up over at third base, but he's able to get the out, 5-3 to end the inning. Preston gets a couple of runs in the inning on 2 hits. There was a walk and 1 man left. We're done with 1. We'll go to the second Twin Falls 3, Preston 2 on mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed. And Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Gray.
KACH.
Top of the second inning, 3-2. Twin Falls on top. Isaiah Smith ready to go back to work. And the first pitch here to the catcher, Corby Slagle, is swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. Slagle getting his first action here today after sitting and watching the first game. As he takes that pitch outside. Ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Slagle hitting .250 on the year. Ground ball to third. Green has that on a couple of hops. Goes across to Facer in time for the out. And Slagle's out 5-3. That'll bring up Luke Moon. Moon, who had a pair of hits in the first game, 2 for 4 overall. Also reached on an error. Coming up for the first time. Came in and mopped up from the mound as he pitched the 7th inning of the first game here today as well. Rolls that pitch foul over on the third base side over by the Preston dugout. It's no balls and 1 strike. Smith right back. Good slider. Got Moon to chase it, and it's 0-2. Isaiah Rocks comes home again, and that pitch is up high. One ball and 2 strikes. Isaiah's 1-2 pitch. Look out, that's rip foul down just behind the heels of the coach down there at third base for Twin Falls. Just does get his shoes out of the way in time. And again, the next pitch swung on and missed. Boy, Moon was fooled. He took about a half a step backwards and then tried to take a pretty good lick at the ball. But either way, that's kind of an ugly third strike as he goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Smith. And here is Walker, hits the first pitch on the ground to the first baseman Facer, carries it to the bag, and it's an easy 1-2-3, top of the second inning here for Isaiah Smith. We're done with an inning and a half. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 3-2, Twin Falls on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
KACH.
Here we go, bottom of the second inning, 3-2. Justin Inglet leads it off here for Preston as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Bottom third of the order due up here for Preston. Inglet followed by Caden Whitehead, I should say. And then Carson Chung in the lineup here in game 2 of the doubleheader this afternoon as well. So here's Inglet, who did not play in the first game, as Coach Kenny Inglet, his dad, trying to get seniors a chance to play today. Pitch missed outside. As Stutzman comes home, the next pitch to Justin is on the corner for a called strike. 2-2. The count on Justin Inglet to lead off here in the bottom of inning number 2 as Inglet hits one pretty deep down the left field line. Merkel coming over, has to play that off the fence. Inglet will turn. The relay throw is going to be not in time as Justin Inglet doubles off the left field fence. Third hit of the game for the Indians. And leadoff man aboard here. Here's Caden Whitehead. Caden, who had a single and a walk in the first game. He was 1 for 3 officially and takes the first pitch here down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Kason Chung, the freshman, waits on deck. Next pitch home, it's going to looped over the head of the first baseman as Hogwarts couldn't reach it. Coming around third, here comes Justin, and the throw is not in time, and we're tied at 3. Down to second base goes Whitehead, and he is out. So Whitehead singles in the run, and then is out, trying to advance 2-4 for the first out of the inning. But he singles in the run, and we're tied at 3. And that brings up Carson Chug, the freshman, getting a chance to play here, starting left field, as Brandon Hess was in the original starting lineup for game 2, but had to be taken out as he, what I understand, he was walking around between games of the doubleheader on the concourse and took a foul ball off one of the other fields up around the mouth and had to be taken to the dentist. As boy, certainly wish him all the best. As half swing, Chug goes too far. As the next pitch home from Stutzman is up high, and it's 3 balls and a strike on Carson Chug. So that put Kenny Inglet kind of in a bind as he had to go back and redo his lineup. As the pitch to Chug is up high, he draws a walk. Second walk against the pitcher. He's going to get a visit to the mound as the head coach for Twin Falls. In fact, that's going to be all. They're going to take him out. So Caden Stutzman will leave, and we're going to get a new pitcher on here, as they didn't waste any time to get him out. And we got a new pitcher on here as Stutzman goes in to get a different glove. He's going to take first base, and let's see, Hogwarth, I think, is going to go play second, it looks like. So this must be Walker coming in to pitch. As trying to see a number. And Some haven't been able to see a number on the back of the pitcher's shirt here as he's going through his warm-up tosses. So actually the new pitcher is going to actually be the shortstop. Magnum Hofstetler will come in. He will become the new pitcher. We'll see how everything else shakes out in the infield here. As Walker's now going to go play short. As the pitcher, Stutzman, is going to become the new second baseman. So that's how all the changes will shake out. And we go back to the top of the order, and Tate Green at the plate here for Preston. One out, run in, runner at first base, and the first pitch to Green misses outside and low, ball one. Green walked his first time up and came around to score one of the 2 runs that Preston plated in the bottom of the first inning here this afternoon. As the next pitch misses outside again, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Hofstetler, who normally is a pretty good pitcher when he gets opportunities. As that pitch on the corner, it's 2-1. It's tough to come in from just playing another position, get 8 warm-up tosses and expect to come in and do great things. But for Magnum Hofstetler, this is his 7th appearance. The pitch in the dirt gets away. There goes Chug for second base, and he'll make it safely. So the pitch in the dirt will be a wild pitch, as down to second base goes Carson Chug. And it's 3 balls and a strike on Tate Green. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. Nope, timeout. Green, tired of waiting, asks for and gets timeout. Hofstetler, in his 6 previous appearances, he's 3-1 with an ERA of less than a run. In fact, it's almost a half a run at 0.66. Pitch is outside and low, ball 4. So for the second time today in the second game of the doubleheader, Green has walked. That's the first walk given up by Hofstetler. And that'll bring up Dylan Haslam, who popped up his first time up. So Hofstetler, in his 6 previous appearances, worked in 21 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned, over 18 hits. He has walked 3, and he's normally pretty tough to hit. He struck out 26 as the first pitch swung on and missed. Well, like we said, if you're only getting 8 warm-up tosses when you come in from shortstop, it's certainly tough to come in and throw strikes as you're trying to get loose on the fly, basically. Breaking pitch, that's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher momentarily. No advancement by the runners. Schlegel gets the ball back to a pitcher, and for Haslam, who had 2 hits in the first game, up here now, he can pick up a run here and give his team a lead in the second inning as the pitch is down low. So by winning the first game of the doubleheader here today, Twin Falls has extended their hitting streak, or with their winning streak, say they've now won 13 straight here in the month of April. As the pitch is down low to Haslam. Chug at second, Green at first. Smith's going to go back to first base as Hofstetler back in there with a dive. Next pitch, fastball misses outside. Snap throw to first base, not in time.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money
Smith sets at the belt, comes home. The next pitch is swung on and missed. So Hogsworth goes down on strikes. That is the fourth strikeout for Isaiah Smith here through 2 and a third innings of work. So with 1 out, man at first base, here's the center fielder Carson Walters at the plate. As his first pitch is hit foul, right straight back. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Walters, along with making that great catch that he had in the first game, had a couple of hits. He was 2 for 4 overall, plus was hit by a pitch. And swings and misses in the count. Smith ready again. Comes home. The next pitch is hit foul off the left field side. Chuck goes over to have a look, but not going to be able to have a play. And Walters will climb back in. Walters, who came up with the first 2 men on base in the top of the first inning of the second game here today, and drove one up the alley and left right center field, and ended up coming home with a 2-run triple, picking up a couple of RBIs. And for Carson, that was RBIs 15 and 16 on the year. Smith ready again. And the next pitch home to Walters is hit by him up the middle into center field for a hit. Going to second base is Hofstetler's going to keep on going to third. Throw in behind. Walters able to move up as Preston not able to get the ball in cleanly back in from center field. So runners at second and third and only 1 out. And now here is Caden Stetzman, who was lifted after in the second inning as the starting pitcher. Now is playing second base, and he's behind on the pitch. And it's 0-1. Stetzman had an RBI single in the first inning today of this second game, and takes that pitch over for a strike. Also had a 2-run double in the first game today, where he was 1 for 4 overall. So he's driven in 3 runs today, and up for the chance to pick up a couple of more. Ground ball, heck of a play as they come home, and they get the out at the plate. Great play by Green. Now they got the runner hung off third base. They run him there. Green now running back towards second, and he's tagged out. So Twin Falls basically ran themselves out of an inning, as they're going to try to say that the ball was foul at third base, but it wasn't. It was fair, as they got the out at the plate as Hofstetler was coming home. And so he was out. 5-3 was 5-2 coming home. And now they're going to give the runner back to second base again. It's me. Okay, we'll go on the phone now for the rest of the way. Okay, we're back with you now. Sorry, a little technical problem. We'll have to stay on the phone line here with you for the rest of the game as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning here. As Carson Chug at the plate here for Preston, and he's behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Let's get you caught up on what you missed as Twin Falls got a run to the top of the fourth inning and tied the game. So we're 4-4, bottom 4, and Preston at the plate as Chug takes the pitch high and away, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. As it's Hoffstetler comes home, the pitch is swung on and missed, and Chug out on strikes. That's the first out here in the bottom of inning number 4. Glad to have you with us here, and sorry again for the technical problems. Technology is great.